Stupidity is killing us. Yes, you heard me. If you're under the age of 30, the thing that's most likely to kill you isn't a car accident or cancer, it's stupidity. And I'll explain. My name is Khalil Green, but I go by the Gen Z historian on social media. And for the past 4 years, I've been a full-time professional online history educator. This means I'm just like your high school history teacher, except I don't wear khakis, a sweater vest, and a bow tie. I don't grade your homework, and students don't come to me because they have to. They come to me because they want to. And the reason that they want to is because I've learned how to blend entertainment, education, and activism. Now, it wasn't always this way. When I arrived in college at Yale University back in 2017, my parents told me that I had to study computer science if I wanted to be taken seriously. I had to learn about entrepreneurship and become a founder or a tech bro or something in between. But after sitting in on a riveting lecture about the Cold War in my junior year of college, I changed my academic trajectory entirely. And the reason is because even though the humanities were devalued by those around me, it was actually the human part of education, the stories, the people, the meaning that made me fall in love with history. And it's those very same principles that are the foundation of my work today. They're what got me to work with some of the leading educational institutions in the world, like the Smithsonian, PBS, and National Geographic, and they were brought me here to you all today to tell you, once again, that stupidity is killing us. Now, when I say stupidity, I don't mean silly mistakes that someone makes. I mean the concept of anti-intellectualism. Anti-intellectualism is basically when a society becomes allergic to reason, rationality, and research. Now, if you're on social media or the internet, you see anti-intellectual stupid things all of the time. Just this week, you may have heard that Tylenol causes autism, or that Labubus are a better investment than real estate. But the worst thing about this anti-intellectualism is that the leading cause of death for children in the United States is a direct consequence of it. And that's something called gun violence. Now, we all know that America has a problem with guns. Our civilian population has more guns than any military in the entire world. This year alone, on average, 3.4 children have died to gun violence every single day. In 2024, there were 44,000 gun-related deaths. And as I was preparing for this speech, I was hoping that that statistic wouldn't grow. But this morning, as many of you guys did as well, I found out that there were 3 mass shootings yesterday alone, with a number of deaths, some of them including children. And it's stupid, anti-intellectual ideas that keep this crisis going. For example, the idea of thoughts and prayers is a perfect display of how anti-intellectualism blocks solutions to gun violence. It's not the same as believing that the earth is flat, but offering faith-based comfort in lieu of direct action after a tragedy is stupid. Worse yet is the idea that some gun deaths are worth it to protect the Second Amendment. That kind of callousness is also a form of anti-intellectualism because it trades in real solutions for resignation. Manuel and Patricia Oliver can't afford to think that way. Because on Valentine's Day in 2018, their son Joaquin walked into school with flowers for his girlfriend. Joaquin was young, passionate, and full of life. But outside of his writing classroom in Parkland, Florida, his life was cut short by an AR-15. Evelyn Valdez turned 28, and she lived in Miami. She was in love with the city's Wynwood Art District. But just 3 months ago, 3 days after her 28th birthday, police officers were shooting at an armed man, and Evelyn died when she was caught in the crossfire. Youngest of all is King Carter. Now, King Carter was 6 years old. He had a bright smile and he had dreams of becoming an FBI agent or a football player. One day, he went out to buy candy from the candy lady, and at that time, he was killed after a shootout. Now, what can we do about this? Well, I believe the solution comes from blending the same things that I do every day: activism, education, and entertainment. We have to make knowledge engaging, and we have to turn awareness into action. And that's why today I've partnered with March for Our Lives, Change the Ref, and a number of other parent and youth-led organizations to announce a new edition of 30 Under 30. 30 victims of gun violence who died under the age of 30. This isn't a celebration of who's here today, but it's a tribute to the people that should be. Lives that were cut short before they could accomplish the sorts of feats that could have landed them on this very stage in this very moment. There will be physical editions of this magazine handed out by volunteers, which you can see. But if you want to access it online, any of you can go to 30under30.us. Once again, on your phones, you just type in 30under30.us, and you'll access a digital copy of this magazine. Gun violence can kill anyone here. It can kill you, it can kill me, it can kill anyone that we love. And as I've made clear, death by gun violence is stupid. But that doesn't mean that we have to be. The real question is, will we decide right here and right now that we're smart enough to make a change? Thank you.